be on the road now, doing shows now. White bitch know that cold now, I tell her no now. Mommy tell me slow down, I'm on a roll.
What's good, y'all? It's your boy JPN. We're back on the camera this time. Back in motion, yes sir, back in motion. You know what I'm saying? This video, it's gonna be a deep video. It's gonna be a very, very deep video. Talking about black parents. Sorry, go ahead, distract me, I'm gonna get a little closer. Talking about black parents today. And really gonna have that conversation the truth about them. Not all black parents are like this, remember this, not all of them. But majority of them, especially the ones that are Caribbean and that you see all over, a lot of them are like this. Number one, point number one. This is, and I'll break down the two sections. There's two sections. There's one, the first section, I'll break down the first section first. First section is the black parents who have two-parent household, your actual mom and your actual dad. And then after, the second section is the single mothers. And then the third section is the single mother that has a boyfriend or either another husband, stepdaddy or whatever you want to call it, right? And then the fourth section, which usually is not very common, but the fourth section is, let's say you live with your father, he's married, or either he has a girlfriend or whatever, right? You gotta live with him. Those are the sections, right? I'm gonna break down my section. People probably can relate to it, and maybe even people from other sections can probably relate to that as well, or even from the first section. So I'll talk about the most healthiest one, which should be the most healthiest one, but you never know. It could be the most toxic one. Is number one is the two-parent black household. Sometimes people always think like, oh, it's healthy, oh, great things are going on, blah blah blah, but 90% of the time it's toxic. You know what I'm saying? You roasting your kids. You never uplifting your kids. Like a lot of, like, not saying all, but a good chunk. I say a good chunk. That's why I don't want to say all, because not all black parents are like this. Because, you know, I've met some black parents, and I've seen some black parents. Yo, they don't treat a kid like this. They don't act like this towards their child. They treat their child with respect. All these type of things. That's why black people usually have problems. Not necessarily problems, but usually have their problems in dating, or whatever the case may be, finding a partner, or in school or whatever. It's because you're a toxic house. You're in a toxic household that's not healthy. And just because your mother and father are there doesn't mean that they're good parents. Doesn't mean that they're actually looking out for you. You know what I'm saying? Just because your mother cooks you food and, you know what I'm saying, helps you with your stuff, that doesn't mean she's being a mother. Just because your father pays the bills and he just pays the bills and that's it, that doesn't mean he's being the father. That's a part of it. That's a big part of it. At the end of the day, I always say this, like, if they're being a mother to you and they weren't cooking you no food or not helping you out, obviously when you're younger, not when you're older, right? But even when you're older, it doesn't matter. Whatever the case may be, everyone's situation is different, right? But literally, situations always be changing. So that's not really being, sorry, I can see the sun's crazy right now. That's not really, I'm trying to go crosswalk here. Oh, I'm crossing the road, people. Crossing the road, I'm gonna talk about this shit in length. So, back to what I was saying, is that just because they're doing those things doesn't mean they're being a good parent. And, you know, just because they're doing all this stuff doesn't mean they're, you know what I'm saying, being a good mother, father, or whatever the case may be. You gotta do it all to be a good all-around parent for your child, right? At the end of the day, this is the reason why A lot of black people, black men, black women struggle when they're dating to find a partner to get some proper results, right? You know what I'm saying? So probably maybe start their own family one day. Or even just a day right now, feel the person out, whatever the case may be, right? It has a lot to do with the generation, but it's parents overall. So number two, sector number two, single mother household. So this one is the one that a lot of people experience. A lot of people experience, probably the majority actually. Probably the majority, you know what I'm saying? Because we don't know everybody, we don't know every single person in the entire planet, so I'm not gonna just say, oh, it's all of them, it's not all of them. But it's majority, I guarantee it's majority. Well, I'll say majority in the West. I don't know about like, you know what I'm saying, the proper countries and all that. But I say in the Western countries, you know, more modernized, more all this. It's probably more here. It's probably still some out in the other countries too. You know what I'm saying? Like Saudi Arabia, all that, but I don't know. I think it's very low. Very, very low. But okay, so single mother household. You know what I'm saying? This is where I came from. Now transfer to another section with stepfather, right? So single mother household, number one, you're not gonna experience, you're not really gonna experience a masculine, sorry, not a masculine, but yeah, a masculine presence is going to be gone. Number one. So automatically, even though you are going to be naturally more masculine overall, but it might be it might be like 60% masculine, 70% masculine, 40% feminine, 30% feminine. You're still gonna have that feminine in there, like a good chunk in there, so you're gonna act certain ways, right? And most people are not out there like that, but at the same time is that can really happen, you know what I'm saying? And it's really gonna affect a lot of things, right? And you're not gonna have that feminine experience, because your mother has to be a man and a woman at the same time. Majority, not that it's not even that they're gonna be it's not even that they're gonna be acting feminine. They're gonna be acting masculine, because like, oh, especially if you grow up with, if you have a brother, you know, so you only have boys, then you're gonna experience that your mother has to be masculine because you're boys. So they need strong masculine figure, right? So the mother thinks she's gonna do that, then that's gonna help. Which I say that actually hurts. You know what I'm saying? If you are more feminine and more feminine and more kind and more nice, you know, the boys, or the boys, if it's one boy, two boy, three, it doesn't matter how many, they would understand more. Okay, this is how a female works, this is how they talk to them, this is how they blah 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 blah, and let them go to school, go play a sport, go have guy friends. That's when they're gonna experience the more masculine stuff. But the feminine is not in the household. They're not experiencing that from the house, and that's gonna be a problem when they're not experiencing that at home. Because now you're not experiencing it at home. When you go date, or just in general, when you go outside, you're gonna be thrown off, right? Because most of the time, your mother's not supposed to be putting you in your place, doing all this type of stuff. That's more the father's job, right? So we have dedicated roles in society, right? The gender roles. The man's supposed to do the punishing, the discipline. The woman's supposed to do the nurturing, the catering, you know, being soft, kind, the emotional place that's supposed to help you with that. But when your mother's not doing that, now you don't grow up and think, oh my God, these ladies don't even do that. They're not gonna want to listen to me. I cut off my emotion. That's how you mess up a lot of things when you go to date, or even when you're gonna make friends, right? You don't even know how to do this thing properly. You don't even know, okay, when I'm with the boys, this is how the boys are. When I'm with a girl, this is how a girl works. If she's not acting like this, then it's no. But now you think that a girl's acting crazy, wild. You think that that's what it's supposed to be, because that's what you see. No, that's not what it's supposed to be. It's not what it's supposed to be. 100%. And also, single mothers and baby, you know what I'm saying? I was personally a victim of this, and now I'm fighting against it. You know what I'm saying? Is definitely, like, you know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be, when you're young, you're supposed to be cooking, you're supposed to be cleaning, you're supposed to do all the things as a young child, because when you grow older, when you turn 18, 19, 20, if you want to move out, or whatever age you want to move out, you should be able to move on and have skills, right? I learned over time. Remember, I had to watch a lot of cooking videos. I had to do stuff for myself, and even now I know what to do for myself, right? You know what I'm saying? I know to cook certain foods because eventually my mom left the house for a little bit, right? Vacation or whatever they go on, you know, funerals they had to attend. So they left the country. So I was home by myself. So I actually got time to actually use the kitchen, actually make stuff, and actually learn. Okay, this is how I know how to do it, because some mothers are very controlling. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. Very disgusting. Mine is too much. Like, let me do my own laundry, let me do my own stuff, let me cook let me do my own stuff. I'm not your husband. It's getting real disgusting, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just too much now. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. You know what I'm saying? You're screaming, yelling, but not even knocking my room door when I open it. Like, no respect, right? When you move out, this is the only way to get respect from a single mother, especially if you're a boy, right? When you move out on your own and you don't come back ever, and you just handle your stuff on your own, trust me, they're gonna respect you. And number one, for me personally, now that I'm gonna have my own kids and, you know what I'm saying, all that type of stuff, I got my own life coming. I'm telling you right now, not everyone, this gotta be normalized, especially in the black community. Not everyone, just a day auntie, cousin, mother, father, whatever, you know what I'm saying. My father will definitely see my grandchildren, but some of my family, no one's asking me. Trust me, if no one checks upon you and says, hey, how you doing? How's the kid doing? How's the girl doing? If they're not asking those questions, then remember, I'm a more silent, cut off person. I'm more of a person when I'm gone, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna be announcing, oh, you gotta start doing this. I'm not giving nobody no chances. You gotta realize it for yourself. I ain't giving no chances, you know what I'm saying? I see the people already that are there for me, that are already, you know what I'm saying? So I have my section of people who are there for me. That's people gonna be in my child's life and my life. But, you know what I'm saying? You gotta learn to separate the two. Because I know when you know what I'm saying, when my personal son's here, you know what I'm saying, when my son's here, you know what I'm saying, some people gonna be requested to see my son, like, can I see? They ain't gonna be able to, because you didn't ask no questions, you didn't do nothing, you weren't there. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't there for the mother. You wasn't asking the mother no questions. You wasn't saying, how's the mother doing? You wasn't picking up the phone trying to call the mother. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't trying to call even me to send a message, say, hey, hopefully everything's doing well, to send to her. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep those things in mind, because I don't know what it is, like, people think that, you know what I'm saying, especially in the black community, think, oh, I'm just gonna pop it when I can. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? A lot of black people gotta get in check with that shit, man. Alright, number 3, section number 3. The single mother with the stepfather, right? So this section is a little bit better. You have more of a masculine figure in there, you know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you can't really do anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not really doing anything for you in your life. Like, this is not really your real father, right? So some people are very disconnected. Me personally, I'm in between. I'm disconnected, connected at the same time. It helps, but at the same time, it's like when it's not your actual father, you realize it's like, it's still not hitting the same. And when you still connect, I have a great relationship with my father. I'm connected with my father. You know what I'm saying? So it's just not hitting the same. It's like, I appreciate the things you do. I have respect for you, but at the same time, it's not going to be the highest level of respect that you have for your father. And if your mother still wilds out and it's not in check, then that means this is not even helping anyways. You still got to leave the house. You know what I'm saying? Regardless. All right, section number 4, the last section. The last section is this. If you're living with your father and she has a girlfriend, or you're living with your father by yourself, let's say you're living with your father by yourself, or he has a girlfriend, or he has a wife, right? So it could be the same type of thing with the single mother situation. Controlling, you know what I'm saying? If you're a daughter, if you're a son, I think it's okay if you're a son. You know what I'm saying? But you still need that softness, so it might be too overbearingly masculine. You know what I'm saying? It might be too much overbearing. Like, you need everybody in their life. I don't care if you're who you are, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who you are in life. You need the softness in your life, and you need the hardness in your life. You need more hard, but at the same time, you can't just be like, oh, I'm just gonna say it. No, you need to have that softness from your girlfriend, your wife. You know what I'm saying? Even when you're younger, not when you're old, when you're younger, your mother, bring the softness, because at the end of the day, your dad's gonna be the rock, but you still need that soft, kind, caring heart. You know what I'm saying? That's what's from your mother, your girlfriend, wife, right? That's where it's supposed to come from. Well, your mother at the beginning of your life, and when you get older, your girlfriend, and probably, you know, later on your wife, whatever, right? If that's the route you choose to go. So that's what's supposed to go. So it could be overbearingly nasty in the house. Number two, if they have a girlfriend, right? You know, so you gotta watch out, because they try to put they try to like override and like a girlfriend or a wife. They could try to, you know, override you, and this could be for the stuff else too. Like they're putting them first, which is, if it's a wife, it's correct. You're supposed to put your wife or your husband first. You know what I'm saying? But now when it gets to the extreme, as in like, I seen this thing on this clip on Instagram where this guy, the mother of the child, because they wasn't with the mother of the child anymore, he got married against another woman. Good on him. But the mother of the child said, hey, I need some shoes for let's say he needs some shoes for Timothy, right? Timothy needs some shoes, and you're the mother calling the father, hey, you need some shoes, I need some help with some shoe money. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not even just to buy the whole shoe, maybe just to say, or maybe say, hey, you know what I'm saying, here's $200 for the shoes, and then, you know, she'll just make up whatever rest, or whatever, or buy the whole shoe. It doesn't even matter, whatever the situation was, right? Then the wife started to say, you already paid child support, why are you buying the shoes? See, that's when you're overstepping boundaries, because you should already know, getting in that situation, that if the mother calls, you gotta answer the phone in regard, especially if it's just, because they're talking in regards to the child, they're not talking about anything else. So in regards to the child, you must cater to your child and give your child them shoes. He needs new shoes. His shoes probably broke up, so he needs new shoes. So the fact that sometimes the issue with that is, if you're living with a father or mother and they're married or have a girlfriend or whatever, is that they might end up listening to their partner regarding your needs and your health, which is not good at all, right? Right, because at the end of the day, your child, the wife or the husband comes first, but at the same time, if the child needs some shoes or needs a book or whatever it needs, you should be able to get it for them, no problem. Like, that shouldn't be like, oh, you took it out of child support money, or you took it out of whatever, or you already like sent over money, or you already like took a kid out this weekend, you bought him a lot of stuff and he needs something else. That, like, it's your child, like, you should be able to give your child what it needs, right? Most of the time, you know what I'm saying? Even if the guy couldn't even get that week, he said, I can give it to you in a month, cool, whatever the case may be, you should be able to give your child something. Like, if the partner has a problem with that, then that means that's a situation that can happen. Not saying it's gonna happen, but it can happen. It happened to a guy out there in America, so that man already had to deal with problems. Like, at the end of the day, like, you gotta get a new wife or you gotta get a new husband. That's how it goes. But anyways, guys, that's what I have to say, the truth about black parents. Not all the truth, there is good stuff about black parents. A lot of black parents actually do big up their children, tell them, you know, they're queens, they're champions, you know, so they're young men champions, they're young kings, and, you know, they're going to let them support them on their journey. I've seen it all over, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Kai Cenat, the YouTuber. He became #1 on Twitch, and his mother called him, said, I knew you've been working hard, you're my son, you've been doing good. And I think Kai Cenat, the famous Twitch streamer, famous YouTuber, he's in a single mother household, so I'm pretty sure that his mother supports him and is a good mother to him, right? So that's just an example that you can see, because you got to see examples, like, actually, you got to see it online. So thank God he recorded that, so you can see that there is good mothers out there is good fathers out there, so that, you know what I'm saying, that are black, and black people are not bad at all. It's just some households, they act toxic and they do this stuff. So even me personally, when I'm gone, moved out, yo, you're not gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, my parents, my father will be able to catch me, but mother, not gonna be able to catch me. Some people are not gonna be able to catch me, you know what I'm saying? You're not gonna be able to catch me, because I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? I won't be in contact with you, you know what I'm saying? Especially having a child, like, I'm not contacting you, no, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's a healthy cut off. Sometimes it's healthy to cut off, because at the end of the day, you need to live in peace, you need to live your life and do your thing, right? But anyways, guys, it's your boy JP, and don't take this video out of context. Watch the whole video, understand what I'm trying to say, and it's not the case for everyone. It's only the case for some households, you know. Every situation is particularly different in its own way, but it's all kind of similar in the whole form fashion is taken up. Anyways, guys, it's your boy JPN. Have a great day. Love yourself, love your family, love people who love you. We out.